The phrase fake it till you make it never really resonated with me before because I thought that it was more for fake people trying to blend in and do unethical things and wanted to get away with bad things. So I couldn't really understand it as I do right now. And if I had applied that before when I was younger, oh man, I could have better performance. Probably I would be promoted or probably make my work more bearable. And if you have a new job and you feel that you're not competent enough, that it was a mistake, and you feel that imposter syndrome, I feel that is something that is normal for the first month. I'm not new in this job, but I was in an extended leave, and now that I came back, it just feels like if I'm a new employee. So it's been just a few months, and I still need to learn new processes, need to learn the software because it changed a lot, and there are new things that I need to learn, that I need to sell. It's been very challenging, to be honest, but I remember that one CEO once shared this quote, fake it till you make it, and he proceeded to explain what he meant by that. And he said that when he joined the company, he started really as an intern. And at the beginning, he was working hard. But as he was getting promoted into other roles, he found it more and more challenging. And he felt that he was not able to master what he was doing. And what he came up with was to find out somebody within the company that could be either a mentor or somebody to help you, but it has to be somebody that you can trust, and ideally within your team, somebody that knows that you're struggling and can help you to break things down, to understand things better, and to to do what you have to do. At the end of the day, that's what we have to do. We don't have to necessarily be an overachiever and reach the KPIs every single month, and not everyone is going to be like that. If you want to be that person, good for you, go for it. I'm not saying that we have to be mediocres and that we have to lack work ethics and not do anything, but let's be honest. In this economy and how companies are nowadays, they don't really care about us anymore. And I don't know if they really care before, but in my experience, I've never had any boss, or I have never had for a company that truly cares about me. And the reality is that the more we work and the more we put our soul and heart into what we're doing, chances are that we are just going to be stuck in that role, stuck in that job, because you get really good at what you're doing and then they don't want to promote you. If you are looking for a promotion, I mean, that can play negatively towards you. And this is something that happened to me, my previous role. I became really good at what I was doing, and then they were promoting other people, and they they were not helping me to move forward, to develop other skills. And then I had to quit that role. And right now, with the experience that I have, and now that I'm in my early 30s, I think that we all need to pretend that we are busy. Before, if I was not busy or if my workload was something that I could handle, I was saying, "Oh, I'm okay. No, I'm not busy." But you know what? You need to stop doing this. Please stop doing this for yourself. Don't do that to yourself. I started to block my calendar and block some times for me to do admin tasks and some other things. for people to think that I'm in a meeting or that I'm busy. Because if your calendar looks empty, they might think you don't have enough work. So you need to look like if you're busy, even if you're not. That's the reality, and that's part of surviving in the corporate world. Appear as busy as you can. If people ask you, oh, yeah, it's been pretty crazy week. Oh, yeah, these days have been so, oh my God, so challenging. Yes, I've been talking with a lot of clients. I have so many things to do. Probably on Friday, I'll be able to catch up on my tasks. Yeah, just you know, follow along those conversations and look like if you're always busy. People are not gonna check on you unless you have a micromanager boss, which thanks God I don't have. But just pretend that you're busy all the time. Don't overact, of course. And I'm not saying that we have to be fake people. No, you don't have to fake your personality. You don't have to fake who you are. What you have to fake is that you're always busy, that you understand your thing and you know what to do, and that you're capable. Because at the beginning, you're going to lack confidence if you don't know what you're doing. Of course, don't keep things to yourself always. If you have questions, ask questions and take notes, so you don't have to ask those questions every time. If you need to record the meetings so you can check that over later on. That's something that has helped me tremendously. I started to record the meetings since I started this role because sometimes people were so fast and like explaining everything in a way that I was not understanding, and I knew I had to review it. I started recording. Not only video recording, even in your phone, you can record it. Of course, just be careful because if you don't share that you are recording, they don't have to know that you are recording. That's for your internal purposes. You're not going to share that with anyone. It's for you to go over your notes. This is what has been saving me in this role. I'm telling you, recording my calls and re-listening everything on my phone. I have a bunch of calls that I record, and some of them are not necessary to review, but a lot of them have saved me not only time, but as well, oh my God, I've been able to resolve so many misunderstandings by going back and reviewing calls. And you can have Gong as well and some other services now that they can use AI and give you the transcript of the call, so you can have even a summary of everything. That is very helpful, but sometimes I can be very old-fashioned, and for me sometimes it's easier just to record with my phone if I just need the voice recording. If it's something visual, of course, then I'm going to record a call. But this is a great advice that it's something simple, but people are not doing this. And they haven't even thought about it, probably. When I was hired in this company, I was getting mental breakdowns because I thought it was a mistake. And how come I end up in this company? How come they hire me? Because I feel incompetent. And until this day, I feel the same. And I haven't been able to get out of that mentality of, yes, you can do it. Yes, you can learn these things. For me, it's very difficult. And a lot of concepts go really over my head. I'm really putting all my work towards trying to learn more, but I know that my days are counted, and I'll be leaving soon. I've been extending this as much as I can because, as I mentioned in other videos, I have a kid, so it's difficult when you have a kid, right? You can just walk away and give your notice and leave. No, you have to have a plan. And I do have savings, but how things are right now, it's just difficult. I've been applying for roles and nobody even called me, like not even interviews. Most of those are fake jobs, probably, and we all know that. But this is what I'm doing in order to fake it, in order to make it. I've been able to survive so far. Yes, I know I had an extended leave, and that somehow helped me to stretch my stay in the company. And if I do an interview, for example, it might look that I've been 3 years in the company, but in reality, it's been just like 2 years, just that I had this leave, that I was not working, but I was still an employee. So they don't have to know in an interview about that. They will just see when I was hired and if I'm still working there or if I left. That's the only thing that will matter for a recruiter. But I'm just saying, you don't need to also give a lot of information about your personal life at work or overall. Just keep it to yourself and try to look as professional as possible at work. Yes, be authentic, but don't overshare and act as if you have your things together. Ask questions when you need it, but as I said, gather resources, record calls, and try to find out things as well, sometimes by yourself, because it can be helpful for you to get better at what you do. Ideally, we should be able to master and understand what we are doing and what we have been paid to do. But if you are unable to grasp and really get the idea of what you are doing, and you cannot stay at least for a year in that company, just quit and find something else. I was working for a company, the first IT company that I was working for. I was working in customer service, and it was so difficult for me. Oh my God, because it was about personal finances and company finances, and I'm not good with numbers sometimes, and you have to know some laws regarding payroll, and oh man, that was so difficult. I just learned the basic things, and I was struggling with other things. I was able to stay in the company for a year, and I was even marking the days in the calendar every day, like if I was in jail. I was marking each day with an X in my calendar just to let my brain know that, okay, this is another day and it's one day less. So I was able to do that, but I can get how difficult it is for some people to stay in a year in a company that you don't like, in a work that you hate and make you miserable. I know how it is. And yeah, that's my advice in this case. Otherwise, you leave and move on. I would say if I would have less than a year of experience in a company, I wouldn't even care to put that in my resume, unless I can say that I was a contractor or something like that, or it was a temporary job. Just be careful, because companies make background checks. So if that company is gonna make a background check, you need to be able to have proof of what you're saying. But I worked for a company for like 1 or 2 months, and I still put that in my resume as a contractor just to fill a gap. And I think that company is not even in business anymore, so there's no way they can reach out that company. And I have a colleague that was working with me, and if I need a reference, I use her as a reference. And I've been giving references for her since I met her. I did that for like 3 times for her last 3 jobs. And we are not lying. Like, we were there for a short period of time, and somebody that worked for us is able to confirm that we were working there. The company is not in business anymore. There's no way to confirm. So just be careful what you put in the resume. I wouldn't say to fake it in the resume. I wouldn't say that. But there are ways you can put a little bit of makeup here and there in your resume, like the example that I just gave you. So it's just how we sell ourselves as well. But in my ideal world, I wouldn't have to work for anyone anymore. And I'm working on that. And I'm not in the best season of my life, unfortunately, but I keep trying. And I'm like Michael Scott, when he was trying to sell his paper company. He said that he would fail and he will keep trying. And yeah, that's the same thing that I'm doing. If I fail in one business, I try another idea and I will keep doing that until I get success and I could finally get free from the 9 to 5. But I hope this helps someone that would like to survive at least for some time until you find out your way to escape. Because I know it can get difficult, especially when you're starting a new job or when you feel miserable at your work. Let me know what you think and feel free to share your experience and what you're going through in the comments, and I will read it and I will reply as well. Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.